Hello, welcome back. Last time, a very important story event seems to have started. And this actually allows me to place some things in time, assuming this is the Nibelheim trip that it is hinted to be. Departure. Section 5 Slims Market, Section 5 Slims Church. Yeah, my location is departure. Assuming this is the Nibelheim trip that I think it is. That means that 2 years have passed since Angeal died, so one more than I thought. So this is now 5 years in the past from Final Fantasy VII. Or so it would seem. So, anyway, but we're just going to see the very opening cutscene of this, and then first save point, go into mission mode. As we do. I might at some point deplete my... Oh, wait, hey, this is familiar music, by the way. I might at some point deplete my missions and...
So, how does it feel?
Oh yeah, this is familiar.
To be home after all this time.
Uh-huh.
I have no hometown. I wouldn't know.
Those exact lines! Oh, this is so good.
What about family?
My mother's name is Genova. She died shortly after I was born. My father...
Now he laughs. Mm-hmm.
Why am I talking about this?
Well, this is what
Come
I'm
on.
here for.
Let's go.
This is so good. I was wondering how faithful this would be. The answer is extremely.
Sephiroth's mother's name is... Genova?
You've heard that name before. You know who Genova is. Or at least you have some idea. Which one of these is Cloud? Not this one. Lookout duty is so boring. You want to practice the usual. That's right. There's a I forget what this is exactly, but that's something. The pose, right. Soldier members must always be conscious of their public image, right? So how does it go again? Like this? Yeah, pretty close. Hey, that's quite an improvement. I don't have any particular desire to join Soldier. Okay. But this guy does. Hi, Cloud. Psst. You're gonna get in trouble for snooping around. I am? Okay. Well, so be it. I'll get in trouble. Hi. We're gonna meet Tifa, aren't we? You guys sure are dressed strangely. But we're no strangers to strange things in this town. In fact, we have what we like to call the town's 7 wonders. Are you interested? Yes. Oh, definitely. If you're interested, you have to find out for me whether they're actually wonders or just hoaxes. The first wonder is... Lately, the town's drinking water has been coming out red. Could it be blood? Oh, scary. That can't be right, can it? Probably not. That'd be a lot of blood to, affect the entire drinking water supply. Once you discover the secret of this wonder, come back and tell me. It's probably iron in the ground or something. Whoops, what happened? That's a thing that turns water red, right? Tifa! Are you one of the soldier people who have come to investigate? There she is! Yeah, my name is Zach, and I'm with Soldier. First class, mind you. First class. Don't you forget it! Huh. What do you mean, huh? Are there a lot of soldier first classes? Good question. Are literally the only 2 left standing right in front of you right now? Nope, we're a small elite group. They only sent 2? Yeah, me and Sephiroth. Or is every Mako Reactor team who's out right now led by a first class? I've never seen a full manifest of who all the first classes are. We just know it was Angeal Genesis Sephiroth for a while, then Zack made it. Some other people were saying they wanted to. I don't think Kunzel is? Maybe he is. I'm not sure if it was ever stated. Uh-huh. She's acting weird. He's acting weird too. Was she hoping to see Cloud at this point? I forget what was going on with Tifa here. Yes, she knew Cloud was in Soldier. He told her he was leaving. She is hoping that he is in this group and that he has made first class. That's right. Weird girl. And that's what's on her mind. Hi, you're how I move forward. Mount Nibble. Shinra Mansion. Yes. Red water. How's the Seven Wonders investigation going? Town's drinking water has been coming out red. Could it be blood? Can I barge into your house? No. So there's an exit there. No save points in sight, so I guess we're doing story for a bit. That's fine. I'm cool with this. I will switch to mission mode as soon as I get the opportunity. Shinra troops in a country town like this? Times sure have changed. Okay. Nibelheim, general store. Can't go there. Alright, let's talk to Sephiroth. This is fine. This is where we stay, in this building. We depart for the reactor at dawn. Make sure to get plenty of sleep. Only one of you needs to keep watch. Make sure you get some rest as well. Okay. Ah, that's right. You have permission to go visit family and friends if you so wish. Nibelheim, huh? Right? Hey, Cloud. What's up? Why are you wearing the mask? Oh, he doesn't want to be seen. I see. That's personal. Weirdo. Rude. I'm feeling so nervous. Would Zack be thinking about Cloud or thinking about himself? What's Zack thinking about right now? He'll think about Cloud, sure. Why is that? Well, you never know when the monsters are going to pop up. Okay. Well, I'm really excited. Oh right, the photographer, he was here. Yes, this is important. Yes, you have to take a very specific photograph here. That's right. Oh, that's right. You wouldn't want to miss your chance to be a hero. I heard that the hero Sephiroth was coming, so I've been waiting here with my camera. I want to take a picture of Sephiroth fighting a monster. I want it to be a memorable shot. Take a picture of me, then. I'm not interested in taking pictures of small-time supporting characters. Oh, that is pretty good. Stay inside, it's dangerous. I'm gonna miss my chance. Alright. Infantryman, are you the one who keeps watch? I don't know. How far off can I wander? So Cloud has permission to... Hang on, so can I... That is a door. I can go to the inn. There's probably a save point in there. How far will Zack go? Nibelheim outskirts. He wants to go for a walk before turning in for the night. Hey, there's a save point here. Well, guess I found my mission spot. Right here, just in the middle of the, like, path to the mountain. Okay, that's fine. Let's do it. Monster Research Project. Monsters in Midgar. Defend the slums. Residents of the slums have decided to take matters into their own hands to fight the monsters. Right, I talked to somebody in the slums and found this mission. Hurry there and eliminate the monsters before any of the slum residents are hurt. This makes me think... I missed one. But this came after Highway closed, so maybe not. Maybe they're just in a funny order. Alright, I'm here on this map. Once again, demotivated from exploring. I just want to find... I see the critical path. It's right there. This is a very easy mission, so I should be able to chop through it pretty quick. Do I have a dash materia on right now? I do. I don't take that one off anymore, it seems.
Conflict resolved.
The target's right over here.
Activating combat mode.
It's been a bit since I fought. I don't think I fought a single battle last time, did I?
Activating combat mode.
I've forgotten how to do it. Zack hasn't, though.
Conflict resolved.
He knows what he's doing.
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
This tiny little drips and drops of money
Activating combat mode.
is enough because I never buy anything.
Conflict resolved.
I bought one thing once. It was like immunity to stop, I want to say?
Activating combat
Or did I
mode.
get that somewhere else? I forget.
Modulating phase. Power surge.
Concentrate.
I'm feeling it.
Level 1 was plenty.
Conflict resolved.
Fire ring makes my attacks fire elemental, I believe. When would I put that on? Well, if I'm optimizing a battle, it's something that's weak to fire. Genesis's forces, major offensive, take back the carrier. Genesis copies captured for research were being shipped to Midgar by a carrier, but the ship was overrun by the copies. You must get on the carrier, eradicate the Genesis copies, and take back the ship. Is this going to be in a new environment? Or will it be something repurposed? Or something that I forgot? Because I don't think there's anything that fits that description that I've been on. No, this is new. Neat. I'm on a ship. And there's a door on it. Okay, so this is not just walk from place to place. I thought I saw something like crawling on the deck there, but I think I imagined it. Zeonut? Is there chocobo breeding in this game? No, it's materia fusion, of course. Right. Zeo, was that?
Activating combat mode.
By the way, Teo, speaking of words that sound like that, Teo was Joe's chocobo's name in the one that I raced. Not, whatever the name was given as here. Must be a different chocobo.
Power surge.
You can do it, Zack.
Yeah, I'm on fire now. Oh yeah.
Conflict resolved.
Conflict would have been resolved quicker if
Activating combat
Sisney hadn't
mode.
shown up. But she didn't know that. She's not even involved, this is all in Zack's mind. This digital mind wave. Well, I took out one Genesis copy. And a bunch of little robots. Can I read any of that? No, not even close. Pearl necklace. Oh right, I have the diamond gloves. That's why I'm hitting so hard. Poison and silence. Cool. I'm trying to make like heads or tails of that picture and I cannot. It's too low resolution. Those little benches? Tables? Those are not tables. Those are benches. Put your butt on those. Those are way too low for tabling. Okay, bunch of doors to a bunch of places. Danger. And something in Japanese, I think? Even that's a little hard to tell. Okay, so I suspect my target is down here. Let's confirm before turning back. There is a chest. Jump. Had one before. Oh, well, yep, there's my target. Hold up, Zach. I'm not ready. Ah, camera!
Activating combat mode.
On the way out, there are fights. Whoa, the camera just stopped.
Conflict resolved.
Doesn't like this tight hallway.
Activating combat mode.
Oh, as soon as I try to leave, everybody fights me. Ow. My health is a lot lower than I'm used to, I guess because I put on those diamond armlets. Diamond gloves. Where am I? Here. Dumb apple. Okay. Same picture as before. Shinra 3. Okay. Ship schematic.
Activating combat mode.
Bring it on.
Are you the only one?
Oh yeah.
Conflict resolved.
Alright, so this is the restaurant or bar or whatever. Can't read the menu, it's just a blur of text. Okay.
Activating
Oops.
combat mode.
Later. Hi. Oh yeah.
Conflict resolved.
So, there wasn't a point of going in there? I guess not. Right. Not on this mission, at least I'm sure this ship will be repurposed for others. That is inevitable. I've seen how things work around here. This box is weird? Okay, that's not the kind of box I thought it was. Okay, it's not that weird. I thought it was like some cargo, but no, cargo looks like that.
Activating combat mode.
B1,
Bring it on.
2 of you. G-Blader.
Yeah.
Oh, I just took all that damage.
Yeah.
Rendezvous phase.
What's that yellow thing I have equipped? I might not get to see. Cloud, there you are. This is new. Are you alright? Is he an acquaintance of yours, sir? He is a friend and a fellow country boy. Do you think he's up for some food? Food? Yes, we're definitely up for some. Woohoo! Oh, wait a minute. What to do? Alright then. I'll treat you guys as well, but you have to look out for Cloud, you hear me? Sir, yes sir. Thanks, Zach. Maybe I'll go with you too. This is at Junon, so he's not having like motion sickness or anything. Something else was going on with him there. The Power Soldier. Alright, here comes the big one. Ooh, that's a big number. Not that much bigger than my attacks, honestly.
Conflict resolved.
Oh, my numbers are pretty big right now. MP up ++. Ooh, cool, I might actually use that. Not now, but at some point. I didn't get an answer to my question. What's the yellow thing I have on? Oh, chained, okay. Stop blade. Oh, cool. Major offensive. Raid the enemy's stronghold. We have uncovered the location to which the Genesis copies were escaping via cargo ship. There is no doubt that they have a stronghold there. Deploy immediately and attack the base. Okay. 27%? I'm getting there. Kinda. The number is going up. That's what I know. Very, very slowly. Right, it's in the Shinra basement. Because of course it is. I wonder if this camera would behave itself any better if I were playing this on a controller with a right stick. Maybe. Which way was I going? Not that way.
Activating combat mode.
This does have an analog stick that I'm not currently using for
Conflict
movement,
resolved.
but it's on the left side and feels extremely bad.
Activating combat
Out of
mode.
the way. Later.
Modulating phase.
I've seen this before, right? Yes.
Power surge.
I should check my thing to see,
Good luck.
like, whose
Thanks.
scenes I still want to watch, and who is at 100% and I can ignore now. I assume Angeal's at 100% because he's not going to have any more interactions with Zack, right? Yeah, Angeal 100%, Sephiroth 50, Ifrit, Bahamut, Odin. Okay, so I actually still want to see most of these. Anybody human who is not Angeal. Alright, well there we go. Genesis has a lot, wow. Only seen 1 out of 10 apparently. Okay, so that's that. It's some kind of big tank. How much does an X potion heal? Does it say? A large amount. So no. There's fog in here.
Activating combat mode.
Trying to check the other side of the room in case there are chests.
Oh yeah.
Conflict resolved.
What were you guys doing? You were just running around nowhere. There is another chest.
Activating combat mode.
G-Blader. No, hit the other one. Zack, go over here. Yes, that is a gunblade. I see that.
Conflict resolved.
I wonder what would happen if I ended this combat, stood in a place that's within the radius of the main target. Can I force that
Activating
situation?
combat mode.
Maybe the bounds of the battlefield don't go that far. I think they don't. But if I'm like as far over here as I can get, let's see what happens now that I'm ready for that encounter. Alright, you go away. Yeah, you go away. Should. Now you come closer.
Conflict
No.
resolved.
Yeah, okay, I think that's just out of bounds. Got it. Hey. Sky high.
Activating combat mode.
Many robots. I assume stop doesn't work on them, so that's General's tank. Support machine A. 203 mm. These cannons are just getting bigger and bigger. Or did I fight this exact thing before? No, it was... Didn't I fight something called a General's tank? Did it look like this? Yeah, it kind of did. This was in Junon, wasn't it? A Cisne would be appreciated, actually. This is old, right? Maybe? No, this might be new. Yeah, it's just how selling dresses. He asks, but he probably doesn't get an answer. That doesn't sound like the sort of question Sung would deign to answer.
You can do it, Zack.
Yeah, I'm on fire now.
What do you suppose the levels of Lucky Stars do? It might be duration, but I've never seen it expire. Eject! I'm just gonna focus on this tank. Maybe that's not the way to go. I think I'm incidentally getting some of the other robots, but like, okay, so do still dodge. It's slower if I take hits. I don't need more Lucky Stars, but I'm getting them.
You can do it, Zack.
Yes, I can.
I'm on fire now.
You missed.
Modulating phase.
Really, Cisne? Seriously? This is so unnecessary. I have seen this before and fairly certain yes.
Power surge.
Okay. More Lucky Stars.
You can do it, Zack.
Yeah, I'm on fire now.
I could do it faster if you stopped interrupting me. Put on that curse ring or whatever. Bronze bangle.
Resolved.
I think I have better bangles, right? What's a bangle? Is it HP? That one might be AP. Oh, that's the first thing. It is HP. Enemy attack prevention. We received word of Genesis troops in the underground caves plotting an attack on Shinra facilities. Destroy the guard Scorpion and put an end to their plans. Well, that's fun. Okay, well, I guess it's fun to see these old mini-bosses, but, like, I feel like chasing down Genesis troops are, like, the least interesting missions. They're all so much the same, like, even more than the other missions are. Oh, this one's tiny, though, so I appreciate that, at least. So this is just fight with Guard Scorpion. Okay, well, that's fine. This is the battle music in here. I'm fighting machines again, so I should, like, take off this stop blade materia and put something else on. What do machines hate? Ooh, this is new. I haven't seen those two Turks in a while. Wow, they really did a number on this place. The Turks will track them down. After that, it's all up to you, Zack. Yeah, no sweat. I had always perceived Sung as being the leader of the Turks, but I don't know if that's actually accurate. Does he outrank Reno and Rude and everybody else?
I'm trying.
I guess everybody else would be Cisne and later Elena. What's gonna happen to Cisne? Are we gonna see her die or retire or something? Or do they just leave it unstated? Because, like, she doesn't exist later.
Conflict resolved.
Given how careful they are about continuity, I assume they're gonna, like, wrap that up in some way. But how will it be? And a big deal was made of meeting her, so she is an important character here. Okay, what would I like for a machine? I don't know, just like some MP... Well, what do I need MP for? I'm not using that. Oh, Fireblade, that's actually new, isn't it? Maybe. Is there anything I can... Oh, Darkness, what? Oh, wait, check it out! A Dark Knight ability! Let's try it! I didn't realize I had this. Wait, I never looked at what Darkness was. Oh. Just didn't even notice I had gotten that.
Combat mode.
Bring it on.
Did that not hit? Or does that increase my attack power in general? Hold on, or did it hit and I didn't see?
Modulating phase.
What? Aha, he's gonna cut through all of them.
Power surge.
Zach, level up. 32. Okay, darkness did hit him. For some, that was decent. How much of my HP does it use? It's a little slower than my regular attack. Looks like about 350 or so. That's not bad. It looks like it's an area of effect. Looks like, but I only have one opponent here, so I can't actually tell. I have a fire spell. Alright, you're just gonna be kind of annoying. I'll fight you mostly normal. I do have Libra on, and it's nearly dead. Just a few more attacks. So darkness uses enough HP that it matters. Like, my health's actually a little low now. Another Shinra Alpha. Why is it giving me one of those? Thundara Blade? Oh. Oh, interesting. So there are higher level elemental blades of... Okay. I should try that next time I'm fighting a machine. I think machines are weak to lightning? I think that might vary from game to game. So I'm not sure. Hey, no new missions. Okay, so I've emptied out this as much as I currently can. Cool. And we're Wutai, behind the scenes, stubborn Wutai remnants. While Shinra troops have crushed one Wutai remnant base after another, one has maintained its resistance and fends off any Shinra attack. The Shinra troops have asked for soldiers as assistance. Head there immediately and crush the base. Continue the oppression. Alright. I do what I'm told. Because it makes a number go up. Back in these caves again. Also a smallish area, slightly larger. Nothing there. Okay, so I switched my stop blade for... What did I put on? Darkness, that's right. I don't think I want that right now. It's a cool idea, not currently particularly appropriate. I should have some defense magic. These are humans. I'm going to assume they'll use physical attacks more than anything, so let's take... Yes, barrier, that's the one I want. What's the normal name for that? Like, Final Fantasy VII calls it a weird name. Shell is the magic one. Protect, that's what the physical one usually is. But for some reason, 7 in particular has funny names for them. Ooh, that hurts! Good thing I have Cura. Oh, I should use barrier after I do this. Here we go, so now your Mace Boomerang might do less if you get another one off. You might not. If you do, it might kill me if the barrier doesn't help. But you will die first. Pretty sure that isn't magic, so I don't want to switch to M barrier. Looks like the enemy is another one of you, or something like you.
Activating combat mode.
This is a hard mission. Not a very hard, but a hard. So it doesn't surprise me that it's not, like, super easy.
Conflict resolved.
Thing has threatened to threaten me. In fact, so much so that I think I don't care about fire right now. I'm gonna put on some kind of HP up. Plus 10%, plus 10%. Didn't darkness come with HP up? HP up plus 20%. HP up plus 20%. Darkness, HP plus 20%. See, I can use that. So that's just a better HP plus. Because it comes with an ability that is dangerous to me, and I shouldn't use by accident. Still, though.
Activating combat mode.
Out of the way.
Ouch! Critical thrust did bring me critical. Did I go down? No, I'm still up. Let's get one of these somehow. Okay, yeah, you, whoever you are, Wutai Captain, you are very serious. Yowza! What was that? Something missile? I didn't see what that said. Anesthetic missile? Was that gonna, like, stun me or something? Would have been annoying.
Activating combat
I
mode.
do have a chocobo feather over my head, so if I go down, it's not the worst thing, but I'd rather not. Alright, Mace Boomerang. Why is your stance weird, Zach? You doing okay? No, Zach, get the barrier up, quick. Watch out! Okay, so now, if you Mace Boomerang again, I'll be able to see if the barrier helps. Because I don't currently know. The answer is... it does. Good. Done.
Conflict resolved.
Sprint shoes. Okay. Did I ever check what that item did? I might not have. System shock. Oh. Sprint shoes. Prevents stop. Yes, I did, and it's very good. Cool. Down the North Wutai. Behind the scenes. The 5 Saints of Wutai. Very hard. Let's try it. Wutai remnants are apparently under orders from entities dubbed the 5 Saints of Wutai. Defeating them would put an end to our conflict with the remnants. Would it now? Sneak into their base and eliminate the 5 Saints of Wutai. Okay. To end the war with Wutai. We're gonna actually do it? I don't know about that. There are more folders. Okay, that's my area. Is this gonna actually be 5 encounters or 1 encounter with 5? Saints. Somehow that makes me think maybe casters, so maybe I want an M barrier. Or maybe I don't care. My health could use a bit of help. Alright, so there's 1, there's 2, yeah, okay, so there are gonna be 5. Great. I am Crescent Unit Primus. You shall not pass. I'm gonna try.
Activating combat mode.
AP spiller. Well, that's okay with me. I don't need my AP. Yeah, anesthetic missile. Yeah, I mean, stop me. Okay, so they stop. I should put on sprint shoes. I have to give up diamond gloves, but that's... oh, you got some serious health. Maybe I should put on a stop blade of my own instead of this darkness that I'm not using. Or I think I can just take you the normal way. It'll take some doing, but I think I can do it. Gotta do this 5 times? This may will help. Just, could you do this like once per battle instead of 3 times? That'd be nice.
You can do it, Zack.
Yeah, I'm on fire now.
I wonder if there's a haste spell in this game, and if it would make me, ooh, yeah, let's interrupt that, please. Okay, he's dead.
Conflict resolved.
That was fine. I am Crescent Unit Tertius. I shall hear you breathe your last breath. Okay, this is number 3.
Activating
I missed number
combat
2.
mode.
Nope, nope, let's not have any of that. God dang it. At least it's short-lived. The shooter has seemed to have a lot of them. You know what, let's just attack from the front. You're too hard to get behind. If I do this, you just don't do anything. Apparently. Oh, this is sad. Do you not have stun lock prevention? I guess not. Aw. I'm feeling an urge to steal from at least one of these. So let's see if that might result in anything exciting. What do I give up? Dash. Not using that right now. Steal. Did I go past it? Definitely. Do I need a potion? Yeah, a little bit.
Activating combat mode.
With who? Okay, just random Wutai people. Oh man, I knocked you on the... Oh, I killed you, that's why. I thought I just, like,
Conflict
staggered him and
resolved.
knocked him over for no reason.
Activating combat mode.
You're a captain. Captain is quite serious. So, no, captain first. Captain first. Yes, okay.
Later.
Oh, not as serious as I thought. Uh-oh. Okay, it's fine. Crescent Unit Quartus. Okay, so this is number 4. Where's number 2? I fought 1, 3, and 4.
Activating combat mode.
Couldn't steal. Try again. Ah! Ooh, you got a big attack. Okay, let's barrier first. Okay, barrier's up. No AP cost. You quit that. It's annoying. Thundara Blade. Okay. That's cool, but... Okay, so I have no safety against dying right now. I should probably just use the Phoenix Dome that I have. That makes sense, I think.
Modulating phase.
I think I have at least one. I think I have 2. I wish I could show the sky too. Zack, we have to go soon, so this is new. Something the matter? Ah, just guy stuff. Let's go. Alright.
Power surge.
Does she want to see it? Eric's kind of afraid of the sky. Zack wants her not to be.
The power of soldier.
All right, here comes the big one.
I guess she gets over that because she never mentions it later. Maybe he helps with that.
Modulating phase.
The power of soldier again. That's not Kyle, that's Genesis.
Power surge.
The power of soldier.
All right, here comes the big one.
Does red lightning mean endure? That's the status I have right now that maybe would... Okay, no AP cost barrier. Yeah, red lightning's gone, so that's what that is. I finally figured it out. Okay. Hi, summons. It's gonna be Odin. Will it work? I doubt it. I'm gonna assume higher levels on Tetsuken is just higher probability.
Conflict resolved.
That one worked. And it might be that the probability goes up if the enemy's health is lower, but that's just purely a guess.
Combat mode.
Bring it on.
I like how the weird dog things attack me with magic.
Oh yeah.
Conflict resolved.
Secundus. Alright, I am Crescent Unit Secundus. You shall regret your decision to face me. I was wondering what number 2 would be called.
Activating combat mode.
Wait. Oh, I know what I'm doing here. There, that's better. I don't think I care about steel anymore. I got a Thundara Blade, which, you know, is kind of cool, but, like, I already had one. And you had a potion. And I input it again. Ah!
Modulating phase.
Oh, I died. This won't save me, will it? Will it? I'm doing this while dying.
Power surge.
What's gonna happen here? Am I not just dead? Darkness level 2? No, my health didn't go up. Oops. I forgot to use that Phoenix down. Okay, do remember to use barrier. Okay, well, sure. Forget about steel. That's no good. Let's go a little more defensive, because I have something that increases my health significantly. Should I go for vitality instead? Let's try vitality. Let's see how big the hits are. HP up. Sure, let's take an HP plus 20... Oh, 30%. Ah, so I saw darkness level up and go up from HP plus 20% to 30%. So I saw an effect of materia leveling. Cool. Steel, I don't care about you. Oh, I replaced darkness just now, didn't I? Yes, oops. Okay, that's looking better. I have no Phoenix Downs. I have 2 Phoenix Downs. Did it. Sort. Auto. Five Sensuitai. Try again. I still have barrier, right? See, I gotta actually cast it, and that takes a moment, and... Oh, I should put on the stop immunity thing. That's a good idea. Alright, bye Diamond Gloves, you were great. I'll put you on again later, when it's safer. Spin shoots!
Activating combat mode.
Okay, so I have barrier. I'm immune to that. Ah. Oh no, my AP, that thing I use all the time. This is plenty of damage. Yeah, I'm seeing 3 digits on occasion, but that's enough. We have 777 MP. If I keep doing this, will I eventually get behind you and start critically? I guess not.
Modulating phase.
Whoa, here comes Genesis.
Power surge.
Show me the true power of soldier. Mind your own business.
Apocalypse is good, right? It's decent. I'm still not behind you? I think we're just like at the very edge of where we can fight. Pushing you into a corner. This is such a sad fight.
Conflict resolved.
So to fight them in order, I'd have to go diagonal here. Because you're Secundus.
Activating combat mode.
I'm immune to that. Not the damage part of it, but the status part at least.
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
SP Spiller. Oh, interesting. That's something I can actually lose. Okay, so I think I just like gravitate away from your back. Because like, I'm at your back now. And then Zack ends up in front of him. So I do have to work to stay behind. Or not. I should replace that Esuna that I have on, I think, yeah, with something better. Let's put on a different HP up thing and return the, one of my diamond gloves. Well, I know it's not going to be Genesis's face, because he only comes up when... Oh, no. He can just come up normally, if he doesn't, like, take over the wheel.
Show me the true power of soldier. Mind your own business.
And he's done.
Conflict resolved.
Vit plus 60. So is that helping? Maybe. Sprint shoes. Okay, this is fine. What am I doing? Diamond gloves. Which is where? Here. Esuna turns into Vit up. Plus 1? Wait, versus plus 60? With his Shinra Beta, which is where? Why would I use the materia? That's like so worthless. I mean, sure, not that many equipment slots, but like 1 compared to 60. Ridiculous. I'll take another HP up plus, I guess, maybe? Because I do have another. Sure. Oh, yeah. Over 4,000. Nice. Tertius.
Activating combat mode.
In a moment.
Conflict resolved.
Also, as a bonus, my action bar is nice and short now.
Activating combat mode.
Immune. What's this yellow thing I have on? Darkness. Palm Plunge. I haven't seen that go off, have I? Endure, there's that lightning. Okay. Single 7, so I get 1 7 and it gives me Endure? Okay. Whatever you say. There it is again. And as far as I can remember, that just means I can't be knocked over by heavy damage. So when phase is not modulated, it's just the number of 7s that I get that matters? This is the first time I'm ever paying attention to this.
Activating combat mode.
Ouch.
Oh yeah!
Conflict resolved.
You were my
Activating
grave
combat
last
mode.
time, weren't you? No, Secundus was.
Yeah.
145, nothing. 143, nothing.
Modulating phase.
Modulating phase. Numbers have a different meaning. Wasn't that 2 6s? I thought 2 6s meant that it levels up. Oh, do I not have anything level upable in that slot? Or is that not what it... How many materia slots do I have? It's 6, isn't it? And the 7 is Zack's level. It sure is a fight that's happening.
Conflict resolved.
I spent the whole thing looking at the upper left corner and I was not punished for it.
Activating combat mode.
Except the punishment of having to look at a slot machine.
Modulating phase. Power surge.
Okay. Single 7, I don't get Endure. When it's a modulating
do it,
phase.
Yeah! I'm on fire now!
Oh, is this like the two different,
Modulating phase.
what did I read about in the manual? While this long animation plays, I'll see if I can pull it out.
Power surge.
Matching characters, matching numbers,
Here we go.
science trainers.
Go, go, go! Oh yeah!
Conflict
I didn't
resolved.
find it in time, but I didn't have to put my hands back on the controller for the battle to finish. I was just messing with the manual that whole time. Alright, well. Anyway, Quintus or whatever, are you in here? You are. Is there terrain beyond you? No. Crescent unit Auentus. I was expecting a Q. This is where you shall die. For my brethren and for Wutai. Say your prayers. It's what I deserve, but it's not what I'm gonna get. Blood spiller. Oh, you spilled my blood alright. Ouch.
Modulating
My barrier's up now.
power surge.
Show me the true power of soldier. Mind your own business.
I'm still not finding the section of this manual I was looking for, and I still have more time to look. Alright, that was nice. Whoa, my health is so high, look at that! What?
Modulating phase.
Wait, did I level up? I thought my HP limit was 40 something. Why is it higher suddenly? Oh, maybe my materia leveled up and I didn't notice.
Is this the end?
Alright, Sung, while you're doing this,
I'm trying.
Can I
I'm
read a book?
trying.
all I gotta do, I can do this one-handed. This is so sad. This should not work. Bet it does. Was this thought of? Like, is this how the game is supposed to be playing? It's how it is, whether it's supposed to be or not. As soon as I'm in this pattern, all I gotta do is press the button. I can't do a thing. Mine is dead. I got something. I wasn't looking at it, though. Wutai's secret shop. Oh, check it out. I get to buy from them now that I defeated them. New mission available? Really? Okay. So this thing just isn't in here at all? There was some passage of text that I read in a previous video that was about, like, the 2 different ways of activating the digital mind wave, but, like, I am not seeing the text in here at all. Alright, whatever. There's an ad for the War of Lions on the last page. A Final Fantasy Tactics remake that I have not played. Cloud 70%, by the way. I got an item I didn't see because I was on my nose in a book. Wutai's Secret Shop. Online shopping address for the Wutai Secret Shop. I'm gonna assume what I got wasn't important. Why would I assume that? If I don't see it here. Thundara Blade, don't think it was one of those. Yeah, I didn't see it. Alright, well. Fortunately, I have video so I can find out. Okay, I want to look at missions. The Remnants strike again! A new threat! Okay, anti-Shinra elements still active. That's not happening today. Shopping could, though. Oh, what the... Oh! Okay, so here's the good materia. Well, interesting materia. Aerial attacks at seal HP. Cause the enemy to stagger. Status strike. Ooh, status ward. Elemental strike. Elemental ward. Firaga blade. Lazaga blade. Thundaga blade. Cool. Let's try some Hell Blizzaga. Actually, let's try Hell Thundaga. That one's fast. Alright, well, if I remember I have it equipped, well, if I equip it now, then I'll see it next time. Sure. Alright. Okay, so mission status check. There's a very hard here in this new folder now. I think these will just go all the way down as soon as I'm ready to... Well, except this. Right, Crescent Unit, I have to find hidden spies. Okay, so 5 more here in this folder. Unknown folder. Hojo's Laboratory, I've done all of folder 1, 3, 4, and 5. No, 2, 3, and 4. That's how you count. Haven't done that. Some Development Plan 2, Items in the Plains. Black Market Recall, Search and Destroy. To Hell and Back. Oh, I didn't finish this? I guess not. Anonymous hints. Oh, there's so many. Oh, wait, Fun of the Sun? What? What is this and when did this happen? Huh. Okay. Well. That's... I gotta... Well, we're gonna check that out next... Well, next time. And then the unknown folder. Okay. But next time, I'll actually do story stuff here in Nibelheim, and that's gonna be real exciting. I enjoyed the little taste that I got of it today. And honestly, I enjoyed the missions I did today too. Those are fine. They're not the strongest part of the game, that's for sure, but they're worth doing, I would say. Alright, so, next time, story. See you then.